I always think the hardest bike to design is one that does a lot of things well. Not just one thing, a focus bike that does one thing, but a bike that does lots of things well and is not overly priced. Well, this has been as nice a fall as I can ever remember. I don't have it in my mind a year that had more nice riding this time of year. We had almost no rain. Maybe that's a problem somewhere down the road, I don't know. But anyway, we are getting out on the open road today while every chance we get to get a ride. Now, as I'm pre-flighting the bike and anticipating having a great day on the open road with the Ninja, one of the things that goes through my mind is how many things does this bike do well? Well, the most obvious, it's a comfortable bike to ride. It's great on gas. It's very low on maintenance. It's very easy on tires. It handles the back roads as good as any bike I've ever ridden. And in my case, after the custom work I did, the 500-hour restoration that took a whole winter, with the custom mixed gold paint and all the stenciling and lettering from John Pothier and Thomas Luciano, I am just as happy as can be. The overall packages, it is not only a bike that does a lot of things well, but it looks great too. And it has the look that the factory might have made it. Now, I have a friend, will not mention any names, who bought a very high-end bike and was really unhappy with it a couple of months later. No matter what he did to the suspension, it was just too stiff, too bumpy for the back roads. Did not enjoy it. Now, needless to say, when you're younger, comfort might not be right up at the top of the list, but as you get older and older, or if you want to ride more and more, if you just want to take a ride up the block and get a beer, you can ride on a roller skate. But when you want to ride the better part of a day and not be uncomfortable at the end of the day, comfort, and in this bike, one thing it has going for it, it is a comfortable bike all day. Now, another nice thing, the stock muffler that comes with the bike, it's quiet as a mouse when you're going through town, and when you get on it, wide open throttle going through the gears, it's got a really nice throaty sound, and it comes with the bike. Now, it's always safe to say, if you have 15 good years from a motorcycle, this I obviously do, and I think just under 40,000, 38.9 or whatever it is now. But when you get that much service from a motorcycle with no problems, zero problems, zero recalls, zero everything except having fun, I think, and it's a great value. And the nicest thing is, this is going to go, we're probably not even halfway through the life of the engine. And I get about 160 miles before I have to go get gas. That allows me on a day like today, once I get out into the boonies here where there aren't a lot of gas stations, there aren't any in fact, it just makes for a nice comfortable afternoon. couple of the styling cues that I like the blinkers that are built into the fairing. They're not sticking out. That's kind of nice, and they're plenty bright. I like the way the cowl goes around the exhaust. One of the reasons, and I don't exactly know the aerodynamics involved in it, but when you ride this bike on a salty road, almost nothing gets on those exhaust pipes. I don't know, probably because the fender is well designed or whatever. Not all of my bikes are like that either. And nothing gets up under the radiator, especially when they salt the roads. This is always my go-to bike when they salt the roads, because I can clean it in a fraction of the time it takes to clean one of the bikes where the salt residue just goes everywhere, up under the radiator, everywhere. And every part of this ride today was just about as scenic as you could ever expect. The leaves, it's amazing how long the leaves are staying yellow. And of course, for me, one of the things that's critical, the radar detector. Valentine, thank you. In fact, today, as with most days, it saved my bacon. Now, I've replaced the bars on several of the bikes in my collection to get it to fit me. This bike fit me right from the factory, much like the MT-09. And most of the work I've done on it has just been cosmetic. Now, I replaced the mirrors on the bike with bar-mounted mirrors for better visibility. I know not all of my friends care about seeing what's behind them. I do, and these mirrors, they worked out better than I ever could have expected. And all the little populated areas that I go through, every one of them nicer than the one before. This has just been a day, really a day to remember, because very soon Mr. Winter is going to be coming to see us. And I always make sure I get every ride I possibly can in, again, because winter's coming. And not only the winter, but once they salt the roads, it's really inconvenient. And a day like today always ends too soon, always. It always seems like 2, 3, 4 hours go by, you don't even know where it went. And then it's time to hit Route 80 again for a nice boring ride home with the radar detector going off every 2 or 3 miles. Anyway, it is time to get back to Karen and to the lovely farm. Well, this just turned out to be the nicest of days. Absolutely beautiful weather. Still got some leaves on the trees. Scenery's kind of nice. Very low traffic. That's what I like the most. Hope you did enjoy sharing this with us, and thanks so much for watching.